Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Brother Chris here, and yes, my colleague.
The Gypsy Lady, Eva. Hello, everyone.
Should we let our viewers know about today's topic?
Yes, definitely.
All right. So today, though, we're talking about getting into the swing of it. So we're not talking about actually hooking up with people or swinging actually on a swing like a child. We're talking about actually ways to get in contact with the spiritual side.
That's a swing.
Besides using actually tarot cards or oracle cards. There's a whole bunch of different ways actually out there.
Oh, yeah. Well, where do you want to start?
So
we can go through the whole alphabet and then some.
Yes. Well, don't forget we could do that 3 times over, but yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about. But besides, before we get started, hey everyone, check out our merchandise that we have now listed underneath hauntinglightpodcast.com. We used to be on Etsy, but we found a little bit of troubles with that, so we are now on hauntinglightpodcast.com with our merch store. Check it out. We've got so much items all together with cleansing items and crystals and so much more. Check us out, hauntinglightpodcast.com.
Follow us here at Haunting Live, our new shows, and we are honored to have a brand new co-host on our shows now. Yolanta Mary is our co-host, and she does a lot of work for us on the side and introduces people to the show and discusses different topics on the show. So we're really happy to have her here this season. So go check out our brand new episode.
Alrighty, so yeah, we're back again. So Eva, where do we want to start today for people who are sort of people that are new to the spiritual community? How can we suggest for them basically to get in contact with the spirits?
I think one of the simplest would be dreams.
Yeah.
The next thing I would say is look around you. There's always signs out there, all kinds of signs. You just have, I don't want to say omens. That sounds like that movie, The Omen. But there are signs out there for everyone. I mean, something as simple as watching a hummingbird go by. In many cultures, the hummingbird is that someone on the other side is making a connection.
Yeah. There's even butterflies. There's hummingbirds.
Yeah.
Could be like a dragonfly, which are actually basically all spiritual, especially with birds.
Oh, birds are very, very, like I said, the hummingbird is one. Crow is another one that is a very interesting one. A lot of people don't associate with the crow, but crow is a direct messenger from the Mother Goddess.
Yes. Yeah.
And I happen to know a little bit about crow because he is my
spirit animal. Yes.
Spirit animal. Spirit match. He's a guide, and being raised on a farm, you see a lot of crow. Not necessarily eating it, but you do see a lot of crow.
Yeah.
But where did I leave off? Good Lord, I get off of these tangents and I forget where I was actually at.
So yeah, no, there is so many different ways basically to get in contact for you to look out for messages from the spirits coming to you. What we usually say here actually at Divine Oracle Podcast is for people to meditate.
Yes.
All right. You may say, hey, yeah, I know how to meditate, but where's a good location to meditate? Meditation can be taken anywhere. That could be during the shower. That could be actually out for a walk.
And just sitting in your comfortable chair.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I fall asleep.
Well, sometimes like what you said, those dreams actually have messages. But more or less meditation, though, you're breathing in the air. You're releasing actually all the toxins actually out of your body. You're listening to what Mother Earth has given you.
Yes.
You listen directly to that, right? There might be distractions, but go ahead.
Oh, I just, you said that it's Mother Earth directly, and it's spirit from the next realm is making a connection also.
Yeah.
Or the spirit realm, however you want to put it, is also making a connection. And it does not necessarily have to be someone who has passed that you know, but rather just a spirit that's got an angel would be a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Making that connection with you. You can't just, like I say, there's signs all over that, especially with meditations, even the smallest thing means something sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a 2x4 up alongside the head just to get your attention.
So
at least that's what that's my thing.
So
if you want my attention, use a 2x4.
So for people that don't know how to meditate, what would you say? How to explain meditation?
Well, my first reaction would be to, if you can find a place that does teach meditation, take the class, because it does definitely help. But remember too, it's just one way of doing it. If you can't do that, what I would suggest is you find a comfortable place, preferably not laying down, because you do have a tendency to fall asleep.
Yeah.
And then just start breathing in, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, inhale, hold, 2. You can count it off in your mind, or you can just get the rhythm and start doing it that way. Speaking of rhythm, you can have some kind of music in the background, something that puts you at ease, relaxes you. The other thing is to relax. Let everything just and relax. And relax. And breathe. And like you were saying earlier, you're breathing in the good air, you're expelling the bad air. I like the image that my one teacher used. You're inhaling clean, fresh, pure air, and you're exhaling black gunk out of your body. His words exactly. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's not in the book. And then you can go from there. That's the simplest way to do it. And then just let the images come to you. Don't force it. I know people really get into it and they want to say, oh, okay, what am I going to say? Show me something. Come on, I need something. And it's like the message goes right past you because you're so happy in getting into it. The idea is to relax and let it come to you. And it will. And you'll know it. It's not something that just kind of passes you by. You will know it.
Yeah, and what you were saying though is also about dreams. Dreams do actually give you messages with the spiritual other side, because you're in a different realm, right? So it's just like those. If you guys missed our Wednesday night show that Eva and I did, I was talking about to do with tobacco, and Eva was also giving some examples actually of dreams that she's also had spiritual dreams. Right.
Just a couple.
So
can I give the one, the shortest one?
Yeah, go right ahead.
I have been thinking about life and death, and in the dream, it was a very short dream. I was having lunch with a friend of mine that has passed, and we were sitting there, and I don't even remember, but all of a sudden she says, Eva, it's not what you think. It's better. And I woke up.
Yeah.
It was that simple. And I know now that whatever is beyond, it's more than what we can imagine. And I know that doesn't seem like much of a revelation, but to me it was. It brought something to me.
Yeah.
A peace of mind.
It's all the messages, though. You have to look at the messages, and best thing to do those. Start right when you get up first thing in the morning, before anything else. Write down what your dreams are.
And don't be concerned. It's like, I don't remember my dreams. Yeah, I know. I've been there, done that. The idea is when you wake up, what's the first thing you remember? Oh, I was on a cruise ship. Oh, I was doing this. I was, and when you start writing down, even if it's the simplest of things, like I say, I was on a cruise ship. Well, what happened? I don't remember. But the next day you write something else. You write, and just the one, if it's just that one thing, it will start developing. The more you write, the more it starts coming back to you. And after a while, you not only remember the last dream you had, but you'll start remembering other dreams from the same night.
Yeah. And for myself, though, like, how can I say, my very first thing, though, before teaching people like here I've seen underneath Podbean and soon to be actually on YouTube, was basically, though, is I picked up a book north of Atlanta, Georgia, and it was from a bookstore, and it was actually all about dreams. So what you were saying there was in the book, and it's true, though, because a lot of us, though, will remember the smallest detail, and it's always best off to start from there and go forward. So yeah, there is so much stuff altogether. Another thing, though, I would say, though, is, go ahead.
One more thing. We were just talking about meditation.
Yeah.
That's another thing. When you get up and you take care of everything that has to be taken care of when you get up, we all know what that is. And you do go to sit down and write your dream. And like I say, all I can remember is I was on a cruise ship. Yeah. I'm just using that as an example. As you're writing it down, just kind of do a little meditation with it. What was I doing? I can't remember. But it will start coming back. I was on a cruise ship. I was with a good-looking fill in the blank. We were dancing. Oh, wait, I was on the Titanic. No, I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. You know me better than that.
Yes. So.
But you know what I'm saying. It's like you start remembering, oh, I do, ta-ta. And it will eventually, you will be writing full dreams down. And you will start seeing, this is why you keep the dream diary. You will start seeing reoccurring things from dream to dream. It may not have the exact same thing, but okay, you're on a cruise ship dancing. I was in the barn dancing. I was in the middle of the city dancing. So something with the dancing is coming up. What does it mean? And you can buy all kinds of books with symbols, what these symbols mean, or what these things mean in dreams. This is fine. And I tell my tarot students, read everything you can on the meaning of the tarot. Then when you sit down to read, let the tarot cards speak to you. Same thing with the dream. You can get all the subtext that goes with what is dancing in a dream, but what does it mean to you?
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get so lengthy on that.
No. And it's all true. So what I was going to say, though, is one other way, though, is pendulums. A lot of people think, though, pendulums are like crystals, right? But pendulums can be anything actually on a string. Yeah. So I just showed.
And can I show you one other pendulum that I've used at different times?
Well, let our viewers know, because our viewers can't see. Let them know.
Oh, I thought we were doing a live with pictures and everything.
No. So
I have on occasion used my mouse.
Yeah. Well, explain about that story, because that was great last week.
What's that?
About your mouse, about your company that you used to work for.
Oh, yeah. I tell the story. I can't remember what I was. I'm drawing a complete blank again.
Well, what you indicated the last week when we were actually off last week's show, though, that you at one of your companies that you did use the pendulum.
Yes, I did. I would periodically. They caught me using it and said, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm just watching it swing." I did have a connection with the and they would be watching me. It's like, get any insight on that? And I was like, just let me look. Okay.
It's like,
I have to laugh because, I mean, it's like, how many people use a mouse for a pendulum.
Yeah. So see, anything though that actually has a string on it, right, with a weight
Yes.
on the bottom can work. I showed Eva a beautiful tiger's eye pendulum, and she showed me that she had a what was it, clear quartz or smoky quartz?
The moon one?
Yes.
I'm not sure what that is exactly. It was given to me. It is the moon, and I'm assuming it might be a moonstone, but it could be just a white quartz. But the one that really gets me, I'm looking for it right now. I know I have it someplace. It is a little teeny tiny conch shell.
Yeah.
That has a hole in it.
So yeah, again, those anything. What you do those with the pendulum, those you hold the pendulum still.
Yes.
Let it hang. It's going to connect with the energy altogether.
Yes.
Best thing to do is right when you first of all start, ask them what way yes is. Ask them which way no is.
Show me yes, show me no.
Yeah, because a lot of people though, your yes and no's are totally different.
Yes. I was just talking with someone who got a new pendulum. They actually got 3 new pendulums when they were on vacation in Toronto.
Yes.
And she said they were vibrating. I mean, the chain was actually vibrating. And I said, that's because it really connects with you, and it is the energies that are coming through. And she said she asked them to show me, I don't know what your ritual. And she says it was just going wild. And I says, well, let the energies move through it and do what it has to do as it needs to do it.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound very.
To me, it does, right? Because I understand what you're saying, right?
It took me. The first time I played with the pendulum, I got absolutely nothing. It just kind of sat there.
Yeah.
It's like, well, dang, why am I doing this? And my instructor said, keep trying. Don't give it up yet. And now I can pick up just about anything and use it as a pendulum.
Yeah.
Hence the mouse.
So we'll be right back after this quick, short, little break. So we'll be right back. Alrighty, so we're back. Yes, and we've been talking about ways to get in contact with this basically spiritual side. We talked about meditation. We've talked quickly about dreams, and also we're talking about pendulums right now. Now, yeah, pendulums though they can be used in any different which ways, but it's always best off. Another great one though that you can work with though, and I know Eva's got that somewhere around. She did get that from me, and also I got one here. It's crystal balls.
Yes.
Right. So yes.
I forget we're not on camera right now. I'm picking up the crystal ball and holding it.
Yeah.
And it's like, network out of control. Please wait.
So it's not like one of those 8 balls or whatever you want to call it. Though they're from the 70s, 80s time periods. But
can I tell a little joke?
I love it. Go ahead.
Why don't ghosts have children? Because they have crystal balls. I know, that's bad. I apologize.
So, hopefully our viewers are tuning in.
Is that Trevor laughing?
No, that was actually me. Trevor's in the next room, so yeah, Trevor's one studio over. So, but yeah, no, but yeah, crystal.
I'm sorry. Every time I've worked with crystal balls, that joke goes through my head.
That's like I said. Yeah, crystal balls. So basically, those you have to make sure that they're fully energized, you have fully cleansed, and what you can do those you can actually look into them and meditate sort of with them, right? So the way you're connecting altogether, then answers are given to you. Another quick one though is to do with feathers.
Yes.
Yeah. I sent Eva a note earlier. Now, what I picked up with feathers, though, it deals with trust, honor, strength, wisdom, power, and freedom is what they basically deal with. Each one, though, deals with, like each different color basically deals with different meanings.
And I read that over, and it's like it does make sense, and it does, it's a good starting place.
Yeah.
But when you start reading, like different cultures, different, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the Wicca, even Christianity, some of the Christian less biblical, if you want to put it that way, they look at bird feathers as a way of divination, but the colors mean as much as the feather itself. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, it's like we were talking earlier, a crow feather, which is usually kind of a blue-black feather, as opposed to, say, just trying to think of another blackbird. Well, the blackbird.
Yeah.
The red-winged blackbird. When you look at that feather, it's a warmer color as opposed to the crow feather. And I know that's a subtle difference, but it does impact what you're trying to divinate.
Yeah.
If you're using feathers.
Yeah. That's a goes. Yeah, no, I've got some actually meanings here. So basically, a purple feather, that's a spiritual awakening. The color of white basically is trying to represent, though, that the angels are watching over top of you. A brown feather means good health. A gray feather basically means peace, harmony are coming to you. Eva was just talking about black feather, and black feathers basically mean you'll feel better very soon.
Now, that's where I kind of like, wait a minute, because in indigenous beliefs,
yes,
and you correct me if I'm wrong, but black feathers are kind of what the white feather is.
Yeah.
It's spirit is watching, the great spirit especially is watching over you.
Yeah. Yeah, that is correct.
And if you look at the Wicca or the pagan aspect of it, or Celtic, however you want to put it, the black feather has an entirely different meaning, and it usually means good luck.
Yeah.
Which I find very fascinating.
Yeah. Now, blue feather, according to what I looked up, though, it basically means more spiritual in your life. So that one there, I was like, okay, do you need more spiritual in tuning, or are you gonna be more spiritual, or what? So that's what I was kind of looking at. Yellow, basically, according to this, it basically means everything will be good at the end. So that's sort of like with the other one. Again, it depends of how you really look at feathers. But feathers, though, do mean certain things in different cultures. So
yes.
Yeah. But yeah, feathers are a great way. So right when you're dealing with the stuff, since we dealt with different ways people can get in contact by using tools, what would you say is more or less the best way for people to get in contact with spirits directly with themselves?
Send a letter POD.
Well, we don't want to use American or Canadian Post.
Oh, I'm sorry,
or even email.
So that one. Okay. Like I said earlier, use the meditation. Let the whatever ask, and when you do your morning prayers or your evening prayers or whatever, Ask for a sign. Ask for something. And you will know a sign when you see them. Like you were talking about the feather in the parking lot.
Yeah. Yeah. For those that missed that, today I went next door to the studio and I saw a black feather. So I was like, all right, it's supposed to be meant for me. I don't know why, but I went into the grocery store, came out, and it was there, and I brought it back here to the studio. So yeah.
So again, it's definitely a symbol, of sign of some sort for you, and it was meant for you because it was there when you came back.
Yeah.
And it's the same with just about any of the other aspects of looking for a sign. Feathers is one way. Just seeing an animal is another way. There's another type of symbol. Looking at the stars. You know, you might see that little bright of light that, oh, wait a minute, that was a shooting star. Wow.
Yeah. Well, wasn't it Christopher Columbus, right, when he came over to North America? Wasn't he following the stars?
Yes. But that's a sailor thing too.
So yeah.
But again, you can just different things. I mean, most of the time, let's say, they're out of place, if you want to put it that way. They're a little bit out of step with the rest of reality, like your feather.
Yes.
How often do you find a feather, like, right there type thing? When you were talking earlier about butterflies as a symbol.
Yeah.
Usually it's not an unusual thing to see butterfly. Well, it is anymore now that I think about it. But this woman was getting married, and her and her husband decided to release butterflies at the end of the ceremony. And her father had just passed away not long before the whole ceremony. She was very sad about it. So she opened the box with all the butterflies, and they just came to her and settled on her dress.
Yeah.
Two of them, or a couple of them, went to the groom, and one went right over his heart. And she said, I couldn't have asked for a more positive symbol from my father. He was happy.
I've got
and he
goosebumps.
Was blessing us.
I've got goosebumps.
So. I did too. And the first time I read that, and I'm just like, oh my, that would end it right there for me, like, and I would be crying.
Yeah, it's like now another thing though that people use, a lot of people do follow 100% with inside of it, but you got to know your actual facts, are apps, paranormal apps.
Okay.
All right.
I like that, paranormal apps.
Yeah, which are like ghost apps. You have to sort of know the history of the information. Don't always follow the 100%. It's how can I say it? But some of them are accurate, some of them are not. They'll randomly say words, okay, but you have to know exactly what you're looking for and everything else.
Well, it kind of goes back to what I was saying before when we were talking about keeping a dream journal.
Yeah.
Just keeping a plain journal is another good thing, period. Because make note, today I found a black feather in the parking lot. It may not seem like much at the time. Big deal, a black feather in the parking lot. 4 days later, you find another black feather on the hood of your car. 6 days later after that, you find a black feather on the patio of your house. It's a reoccurring symbol.
Yeah.
Look at what's going on in your life when you found those feathers.
Yeah.
They're speaking to you. You just have to learn how to listen.
Yeah.
Turn up that hearing aid.
Pretty much a hearing aid, but the thing though is, even if you don't wear a hearing aid, it's metaphorically hearing
Yes,
aid.
that's what I meant.
Yeah. The great thing though is yesterday, like during the celebration from the birthday party, I brought out my 2 tarot cards. So I brought the Sean Leonard's ones, which I use occasionally, which is actually Wisdom of the Elders, and also from I forget the girl that did them, but it's to do with Native Spirit cards. So I passed them around. My youngest nephew, he was here, so he's kind of a iffy believer within the spiritual community. He said, "Well, why would you use them here? There's no spirits actually in our complex that we're living in." I said, "We always have people passing away. We have people drifters. We have walkers that walk into a room, walk out, and this is spirit wise. So you never know exactly what's coming in." He turned around to me and said, "I never thought about that." And that's how our general life is. Even if you don't live in this complex, like apartment building, or even having a normal studio, or even living actually in a house, right? You always have people coming in and out.
Okay, a prime example is we live 5 miles from town. 10 kilometers.
So every mile is 2.5, roughly 2.5. So I usually say 2 kilometers. Sorry, per mile though it's roughly 2.5, but I always say 2 kilometers.
So we're living at that distance. I mean, it's not like I'm living that far from Detroit, which I am, but we're out here on the farm. There are people across the road, and that's about it. But there's so much spiritual activity here. It's just sometimes it's a little overwhelming. There are always spirits walking through. And I know there is a burial ground on our farm. What was our farm?
Yeah.
So there are spirits. So it goes with what you were saying. They are everywhere.
Yeah. And if you don't want to spirit a certain area, just say, "Hey, you can't come in this area." Like say your bedroom or your bathroom, right? You put up a guard. You put up sort of a shield. You say the spirits, "All right, you're allowed to come. You're allowed to come, but you can't come past this certain area."
Or you are allowed to be here, but not during this time.
Yeah.
Don't bother me in my sleep.
Yeah. Sleep's the worst area. The one guy that was here yesterday, he said, "Don't you hate it when spirits come to you during sleep?" So I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So, I said, "Sometimes we wake up at different hours." So it's like, gosh. But yeah, no. So that's today's show. Again, those different ways to get in contact with spirits. Join us next week live, actually at 2:15 Eastern Standard Time. We have another great show coming up. Before I go away on holidays, I'm going to be doing more enlightening myself, more connecting with Mother Earth and Father Sky, since I am Indigenous, and it gives actually Eva on the other side of the table a little bit of break. She gets more some meditation actually out there on the farm, especially with her health right now. Her health though is always one thing though that we're always looking for her to be more positive.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So again, those from us to you guys. You guys have a wonderful day. We will talk to you guys later.
And thank you for the privilege of your time. I can't talk.
All right. We'll see you later.
Have a great week.